I don't speak the language. Could you teach me?
Spent my whole life looking for love. Somebody told me attention is one hell of a drug. Got me fighting my intentions when we cutting the rug. Love the way you compliment me, fell in love with the love, man. Hey, this shit fucking me up. Every time that I see you, feel like I'm catching a buzz. Back when I was a shorty, I didn't know what it was. I tried to fight all the feelings, but I was catching a buzz. Like, nah, baby, we don't break dance, but I make bands, and I shake a great hand.
What up, though, everybody? Welcome back to the Loft 313. I'm your host, Felix, a.k.a. Felix Soledad, a.k.a. Top 2 and Not 2. Man, we got a good episode for y'all today, man. We got Racquel Soledad coming on. She's going to do a dope performance. And then we got my man DJBJ in the building today. It's going to be real cool. We're going to have some dope conversation. Make sure you like and subscribe. Turn your notifications on. And we're going to keep these rocking every other week. So everybody in the studio, man, make some noise for DJBJ, everybody. Come on, y'all. Clap it up. Clap it up.
What up, though? How y'all feeling?
The Loft 313 is sponsored by Jeter Cannabis. Any Live store or any highly loyal club store, if you visit them, you can go and tell them Jeter at the Loft, and they'll give you 33% off any Jeter products. Once again, shout out to our guys at Jeter.
The Loft 313 is sponsored by Live and Common Citizen.
Man, how you doing, bro?
I'm amazing. I'm in a good place right now.
Hell yeah, that's what I like to hear. So, man, you know, I'm sure a lot of the viewers are gonna already know who you are, but you know, we gonna get to know you a little bit better today. We've crossed paths a couple times, but we never actually got time, a chance to sit down and really talk and talk cloth. So I'm honored to have you on the show, man. I appreciate you doing this. All off the love too, by the way, man. I just hit the dude up and his team was super dope and came out to rock with us, and I really appreciate that, man.
100.
For real. So, man, we're gonna get right into it. So tell us about yourself, like, who you are, what do you do, where are you from?
Born and raised right here in the city on the west side. I was born on like Schoolcraft and Prevost. Moved to Warwick, probably a mile down. At a young age too. I moved to the suburbs when I was like 8 or 9. Not ashamed of it at all. Had a good growing up life. And then shit got lit.
Yeah, I feel you.
I went to college on a baseball scholarship. I went to Eastern Michigan, got up there. It was these big ass white boys. That dream was shot. Wanted to explore HBCU school, moved to Tallahassee. Went to Tallahassee Community College with, eventually going to FAMU. Got into a lot of trouble down there. That dream got shot. Came back to Michigan in trouble as a felon. Couldn't find a job, and that's when I applied what I knew in real life to my real life, and that's when I became a DJ.
Okay.
Because I love music. My father was always into music, and I went to college to be a math teacher. So all I knew was numbers and addition, subtraction, just doing problems in my head. I used to drive and count the white lines on the freeway to see how many times I get to 10, depending on what speed I go to. And that's all DJing is math all day. It's BPMs and vibing, And I got to say, ever since then, like I said, life been lit.
Yeah, man, for sure, to say the least. Because I've been following you for a minute, man. I've been rapping since about 2014. So that was like, I remember your days at the radio station and things like that. So I did want to talk about that. So how did you come to working at the radio station? I know you said you started DJing. When did that really like start to sound, start to look like it was going to be something? Like, what was that journey like?
The journey of getting on radio was kind of a thing where it was one of them days where I got booked for a party last minute. The party started at 10. I probably didn't get a call until probably about 9:45. And I don't know if y'all remember Burt's on Broadway. This is a long time ago. It was like 4 levels. So once the first level got packed, second level got packed, they called me to do the third level. And I asked my mom, I was like, they was only paying $50 at the time. I'm like, man, do I need to go make this 50? She was like, go get that money. So I went and did it, and eventually the third floor became the most packed floor. I just had my floor rocking. And I remember a dude named Shorty the Prince. He walked in, and there was no AC in there, so it was hot as hell.
Yeah.
And he came and stood by the DJ booth because the window was right there. And I'm just doing me. He's like, man, you ever been on radio? And I'm like, nah. So he like, well, should I just move here from St. Louis? They looking for a DJ on my show. I'm like, well, give me the boss's number, and I'll call her. So he gave me the boss's number, and he said, but don't call over the weekend. This was Saturday. He like, wait till Monday. So at this time, I'm like, fuck it. I'm the man. I'm cocky. I woke up Sunday morning, and I asked my mom. My dad is my go-to. So I asked him, like, what should I say when I called her? And they was like, well, say how you feel. When I called her, I'm like, hey, got your number from Shorty. I'm the hottest nigga in the streets right now. Ain't nobody fucking with me. I need to be on the radio. And I never got a phone call back. So 2 weeks later, this is when Facebook was popping. I don't even think Twitter was out yet. I seen the station put a post up looking for a DJ, sitting in the mix. I sent the mix in, got a phone call, went in there, signed my paperwork, and then Shorty walked into the room, and she was like, you see this nice dude we got besides that ignorant nigga you had calling my phone? And he like, that's the nigga. And once again, life got more lit.
Yeah, no, for sure. I feel you. And that's divine too, like for that to happen and then the situation still, you know, it still present itself and you still be able to be successful in that.
But I didn't speak on radio for 3 years.
Yeah.
So throughout high school, college, I was that shy kid. Never spoke, never talked. I was just shy. I was just one of them people who, like, if you say hi to me, I'm going to say hi back. But if you don't speak to me,
Yeah.
I ain't speaking back. So for 3 years, I was just a DJ on radio. And that's when 106 in Park ended up calling Shorty. And he was on 106 in Park with Bow Wow. And the station was like, well, we know you know the city. We going to give you full time. And I said, well, I'm doing full time. I don't talk. And they slid that piece of paper. And they was like, well, this how much money you get. You get benefits. And once again, I'm going to ask my mom and dad, like, what should I do? And they was like, do the first thing come to your mind. So I kept a bottle of 1800 up under the table in the radio station for the first year. Before every break I had to talk, I just took me a shot. And like I said, life just more lit, you know?
Yeah.
Everything was kind of like destiny.
Yeah, man. Getting the juices flowing. Sometimes it's all it takes, you know? You got to loosen up a little bit. And getting put in an uncomfortable situation can be that situation that, you know, make you who you
100%.
are. You know, push you to that next level. So I respect that. So I remember the first time we bumped into each other back in the day was the Friday night ciphers.
Mm-hmm.
So how did that start? And, you know, tell me how that came about.
Well, I'm a person of, I'm going to ask for forgiveness before permission. And I don't care what level of life I'm on, where we at. I wouldn't care if we at the White House and they say, hey, you can't smoke in here. I'm probably going to light one up and try to pass it to the president before, because he may smoke too. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type of person like that before I ask somebody. So that was one of them things where every time I did something with radio, I understand that radio was dry. You know what I'm saying? So I always try to bring a heartbeat. So that was one of them things with radio where it's like, before I ask anybody, can I do this? Let me just do it. And if it mess up, I deal with it. So just one Friday, I was talking to my other business partner now. His name is Andre, but back in the day, he was Lieutenant Dre.
Okay.
So he was the first one who did the original Friday Night Cypher with Big Sean. So once I got on radio, he was like, bring it back. I'm like, all right, cool. How I do that? So it was like I said, it was one Friday. I just called up a bunch of artists, called a photographer, said, meet me in the lobby, 8 o'clock. We going live on the air at 9. And first week, did it, boom. Came into the office that Monday, got wrote up. What was you doing? People got to sign in. You're not supposed to have guests. But the ratings was so sky high because you had reached and touched locally that they couldn't say nothing to me.
Yeah.
So by that Tuesday, Wednesday, it was like, can you do that again?
Yeah.
Because the ratings was so good. So week after week, we did 167 weeks total. By like week 35, that's when Remy Martin came in. It was so big, ratings so high, they came and sponsored it and endorsed it. And yeah, it was just like to be able to see the east side and the west side in one building, ain't no fighting, ain't none of that, because all of these people got the same dream.
Exactly.
And that's of making it inside the music. And they can touch their core people through the radio. They mom, they dad, they aunties, their kids. My daddy on the radio, this, you know what I'm saying? It was a wonderful feeling.
Hell yeah. And did you think it was going to have the impact that it did when you decided to bring it back? Did you know what it was going to do, or you was kind of just throwing it at the wall, see if it stuck?
I thought it was gonna be a shit show, because people naturally cuss. People was actually really freestyling. Nobody heard the beats beforehand.
Yeah.
People really had to like catch a vibe. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that turned people who was musicians into better artists because it's on the spot. That's like you getting booked for a show, and when you get there, you thought they had stage monitors, but they don't.
Yeah.
You thought they had wireless mics, but they don't. So you got to just work with it and deal through it. That's how you really know, like, hey, I'm really made for this because I can work good throughout all the bullshit. So it was a shit show at first, but it turned out into something that was very epic and very big for the city and for the station.
Yeah, for sure, man. Those ciphers were crazy. People would, man, talk about that all week. That I'm going to the radio station on Friday. It was like a weekly thing. I remember back.
There was a lot of like felons, a lot of people who was fresh out.
Yeah.
Because they heard on the radio. So as soon as they get out, people who was still on tethers, they was right. I'm going down to the station.
Hell yeah, that's what's up, man. And so to segue into that, so I know you've done some music yourself too.
Mm-hmm.
Do you you produce, right?
I can't even say I produce. I feel like I play the Khaled or drama aspect. So sometimes it's not really about actually physically touching anything. It's just about using your influence to bring these individuals together.
Yeah.
So like they call Khaled a producer, but I've never seen Khaled make a beat.
No, yeah, I feel you.
You know?
I get
So
that.
have I tried to make beats? Hell yeah. But I'd rather just use my influence to bring artists together.
I feel that. I know you got the record We Up. That was a real big record, you know, at that time. All over the radio. Who was on that record? It was Dre Butters,
Cino, and G Baby.
Yeah. So how did that? Tell me how that record came about, because that was a big record for the city.
So we used to always get in the studio, whoever birthday it was. That our party for that day was a studio session. So I think that was either Cino or Dre Butters' birthday, and I actually didn't even show up. I think I had just had my daughter. So they recorded that record and they emailed it to me like, we got the one, we got the hit. And it probably sat in my email for probably like 6 months. And I wanted to, and when I heard it, I was like, no, this ain't me, because I was known for breaking artists like Doughboys, Sada, Dusty. I'm like, I need some of that hardcore shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want none of this soft shit. You know what I'm saying? And 3 months after that, I listened to it again, and I called Cino, and I was like, this bitch a smash.
Yeah.
You know? And then I think that record release, that's when I understood the music business, because that record was all about timing. So we released that Memorial Weekend. I know on radio that's mixing weekend for all you bringing all the DJs in. Boom, got a plus. And then I'm a big person of BPMs with music, so that record was a 93. They had just released the Chris Brown No Guidance, which was a 93, and they had just released the Dej Loaf and Jacquees in the Club, which was a 92. So I'm thinking like peanut butter jelly. They the bread, I'm gonna be the middle, so they can smash. Any DJ can smash me in the middle. Right. 400 comments, and then when they release the video, it do 50 because you done already teased it. Then I got to drop everything at the same time. So that record kind of taught me about how to play the game of the music business. Yeah.
And if y'all haven't heard that record, which I'm sure you have, it's dope. It's called We Up. Make sure you go check it out. And it does resemble, now that you say the BPM, that's smart, because I remember when I was first hearing the record, I thought it was the No Guidance record, because people was just kind of flowing it in. If it was anywhere around the city, that record was playing.
People still don't know that's my record. Or everybody thought it was Chris Brown and Trey Songz.
Yeah, that's it.
So we got most of our YouTube hits and views of people searching Chris Brown and Trey Songz. So I put that in the hashtags. Like, yeah, Chris Brown, Trey Songz, We Up. Damn right. Let me get the clicks.
For real. No, that's smart. You got to learn how to play the game, the algorithms. That shit is all essential. So is there any other records that you have, put together in that aspect that you like, almost as much as that record,
I would have to say my first record that I released, I like it just as much as that one. It's called In the Days.
Okay.
That was with Say It Ain't Tone, HBK, Dusty, Doughboy Keys, Shorty the Prince. I know I'm missing somebody on this. Somebody gonna kill me too. Early Mac.
Okay.
So that and Doughboy Clay too. It was a record like Ballin' So Hard. It's like I'm in the days.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So that was probably the first single I put out. Shout out to Say It Ain't Tone for that one too. So I like that record just as much. But overall like then putting my own records out was like I said when radio was at its all time high and just breaking new records. Like when our Dog Hose came out.
Mm-hmm.
And giving the city the first feel of that Good Ass Day, Dusty I'm Out Here, T Grizzly first day out, you know.
Yeah.
I just remember those moments being inside the station and then going right to the club. Just the day the record came out and it's shaking the club up. So.
Yeah, those were some big records too at the time. It was like, and it was pivotal. Like I don't know if people remember that. If you're in the music industry, like I was, like. If you was making music in Detroit, you wanted this man to play your song. Because if you did, your shit was probably going to blow if the shit was hard.
It was a good time.
Yeah, definitely. So I feel that. What would you say is the first record you broke? What's the first record you played and you knew?
Dog Hose for sure.
For sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
100%. I remember that one like it was yesterday because once again, I'm a person of, I'm going to ask for forgiveness before permission. So once I got the clean version of our Dog Hose, there's no really way you can blur out hoes. You know what I'm saying?
Real.
So my boss was a lady at the time and she was like, this record is so degrading women and don't play it, because that's when I got on radio they wasn't playing no local music.
Yeah.
So one day I just snuck it in and you know that's when you used to call and request. So the hotlines just got to going crazy for the next week and she like, what did you play?
Yeah.
I'm like, I played our Dog Hose. Like, I know because we keep getting a lot of requests for this song. So, yeah.
Word.
Amazing
Hey,
time.
man, ask for forgiveness, not permission. It
100%.
works out most of the time. If it don't work out, though, you didn't get that advice from me.
Yeah. Got it from me, though.
So we got I know you work with Dre Butters. I brought him up earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I know Dre Butters. I've known him through the grapevine. He works with my boy Rico,
Mm-hmm.
Rico Felix, man. Shout out Rico. That's big bro. He's one of my brother's close friends from when I was growing up. My older brother Sean. So how'd y'all link up, man? Because I fuck with Dre, man. He be out here going crazy.
I think it was just a natural link up. So we called ourselves to work that game. Me, Dre Butters, G Baby, Cino, and B Ryan. And I think the whole link up was just natural, just from having some individuals around you who just really want to put some work in. Sometimes you may have a team of people, but everybody on the team has their own alter ego or their own alter motive of what they want out of the situation. And I think what we all wanted out of the situation was just to make some good music.
Yeah.
You know, no matter how far it went, no matter who heard it, we just wanted to be able to make some good music. And I think that's where Butters came into play at, G Baby. All of us brought a different aspect to the table. I was a DJ, Cino was the rapper, G Baby was the youngin' in charge, Dre Butters was just a fucking super producer, and then you had B Ryan who could just sing his ass off.
Yeah. That's what's up. Hell yeah, man. I like I said, I fuck with Dre. He is a dope ass artist. I fuck with G Baby too. Me and G have never worked, but we've always been in like similar spaces.
Mm-hmm.
And then you know, he rocking with Headlights Hip Hop right now. So
Mm-hmm.
I've been rocking with those fellas over there. They be shouting me out a lot. I've done a couple of they seasons of the competition they got going on. They probably had them come up on the show too one day. So
G Baby, that's my baby.
yeah. How'd you link up with G Baby?
G Baby was G Baby. I linked up with G Baby. Actually, I got a shout out to Polly one time. G Baby was one of them people when you met him, you just knew he was a star.
Yeah.
Not just from his drive with music and how much he was passionate about it, but just by looking at him, he just, when you see G Baby, you just know he's somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we just turned our music stuff into a brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Like, we damn near used to, like, I ain't gonna say live together for a minute, but we was together that much, you know? So, yeah, that was the first artist that I signed was G-Baby. It didn't go as planned, you know, because I had just had my daughter at the time, too. So, you know, life things and things change and, you know, priorities and everything. But it was a very humbling experience and a great experience, too.
Yeah. Are you still signing artists? You still got the label going?
No, I'm actually I still have my music studio. That's still cranking every day, but I'm just fully off into entrepreneurship right now. I'm just in a total different lane. Gave my middle fingers to radio. Fuck them.
Yeah.
You know, every door that opens is supposed to close for the next door to open. So now I'm just in full entrepreneurship. All the pizza cats across the city. I went into personal salon suites business. I just really just tried to turn into the mogul and not the icon no more.
Yeah, I feel that for sure. And I really admire, you know, people being able to switch lanes and still find success somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like you said, doors open, but they always got to close, and it's okay to move forward. You kind of want to reinvent yourself every few years anyway. So how did you mention Pizza Cat? So, you know, you own Pizza Cat. That, you know, that's your bread and butter right now. How did that come about? Because I see Pizza Cat everywhere. I've been a couple times. My boy Derek, shout out Derek. He wanted to go there so bad. I didn't even know you owned it until after seeing it on Instagram. But yeah, tell us how that came about.
Pizza Cat was an opportunity that kind of, I'm not gonna say fell into my hands, but it was an opportunity that me and my business partner now, it was something that we always wanted to do, but we didn't know really how to do it or where to start. So we used to actually drive to Toledo and get this pizza because they had cauliflower crust, they had gluten-free crust, they just had everything different that we had never experienced with pizza. And we kind of got cool with the owner. And he had like a takeout spot, just the size of a Little Caesars, you know? And we was like, hey, we want to bring this to the city, but we want to do Pizza Cat Max, as in full bar, liquor, DJ, live entertainment, but still keep it as a restaurant. That's why Pizza Cat Max looks how it looks, because it's not supposed to be a club.
Yeah.
So, and my other business partner, who is Andre, he's been inside the bar industry his entire life. So he knew one side of it, I knew one side of it, and we didn't want to have to deal with the hooplas and this and that. I see what tear a party up. I see what brings the vibe down. So we just really wanted to bring a whole different vibe, the 80s, 90s feel with the colors. We knew the pizza was a hit, add the bar into it. And like I said, now we're on to our 6th location within a year.
Yeah, man, it has been growing rapidly. Do you plan on opening more locations in the state, out of state, anything like
Both.
that?
I'm trying to get to, I want to be the new LaVan Hawkins, for real. And just the newest chain that came right out of, even though the first store is in Toledo, the first chain that came out of Michigan.
Yeah.
And give people here, too, an opportunity to invest into something that they know what it is, you know. A lot of people will open up a Waffle House or this because they know about it, but they know it's going to make money. But Pizza Cat is just something different, you know what I'm saying? And hell yeah, I want this to be my retirement fund. This to be where once my daughter turned 18, she's taking on 20 companies as soon as she turned 18. All the bank accounts go over to her.
Yeah.
So I'm just building longevity right now. And this was like a transition for me from music, because music ain't even a 50-50. Music is like a 90-10.
Yeah.
You know, you could put 90% of the work in, but are you going to get that money back? Is your hustle going to pay off? Is your grind in the studio, them long nights, really going to be able to pay your light bill in the morning?
Yeah.
So I had to kind of like, you know, change my mindset up of how I do things and operate just to make sure that it's bread on the table.
100%. And then you can also, you know, if you're passionate about things like that, if it's not paying the bills, like you said, pivot to something else, and you can always change the scheme. You know, once you get in a better position, you think a little different, you move a little different, and that shit might work out later on, but this might get you where you need to be right now. So I respect that a lot.
The Loft 313 is sponsored by Coast Cannabis.
This episode of the Loft 313 is sponsored by our friends over at Flower Power. You can get them at any of our Live Cannabis locations. Make sure you check them out, man. They stay with the gas. This Georgia Pie is one of my favorite strains. Shout out the homies over at Flower Power. We love y'all over here at the Loft 313. So we talked, about your past, about your time at the radio station, producing, and Pizza Cat. I see a lot on your Instagram of you doing a lot of philanthropy work, though. In the cannabis industry, a lot of our license agreements, we have to do philanthropy work. But, our company, Live Common Citizen, we love doing stuff like that and giving back and just, all that. So tell me about the different philanthropy events you've been doing and what you got coming up.
I'm going to say I'm all about the youth. I want to be the vision for them that you ain't got to sell drugs or kill niggas or do whatever the fuck these young niggas do to be successful and to have a name and a voice. So I like to go inside the schools. And then you got to go inside the schools, too, and give them what they want. I just remember being in middle school and in high school and it's career day, and this nigga standing in front of me. He got a fucking suit on saying this, and that. And I'm thinking to myself, like, why the fuck do I want to be like you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
The fuck for? So you gotta know what to give to the youth. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when I go into schools, I'm gonna be dressed. I'm gonna have my jewelry on. I'm gonna put some drip on. I'm gonna put something on that I know that they want to be in. So when I'm standing up there, they listening. And it's not even to like pre-program them. It's not even to say like, hey, I got some money. It's just to be like, all right, little niggas, listen up, because I really know that y'all sitting here and y'all don't really give a fuck. Y'all just want this pizza.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
So go inside these schools, talk to the kids. I love to do giveaways, givebacks, but I think that's the new me too, because the old me got kind of burnt out with givebacks.
Yeah.
And I think that was just a radio thing and from how my mindset used to be, because I notice now I value time, and it's one thing you can't get back out of anything you do. You can get money back, you can get this back, whatever, but you can't get the time back. So I think that part shows me that I'm happy about what I do when I go inside these schools and do a lot of give backs, because it's my time, you know what I'm saying? So it made me real passionate about it.
Hell yeah. And that stuff is important, showing the youth that you can still be cool and do other stuff.
Like, I'm afraid of these new niggas. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't even take like new events with, oh, it's a Sweet 16. I'm damn near like hiring security. Not that I'm even afraid, nigga, but I got a kid to go to at home.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's not about being afraid.
Niggas crazy.
I gotta make it back home. These new young niggas, like, and I blame social media for this part too, because, like, how old is you?
I'm 26.
So you might have saw it, but I'm 34. So when I was growing up, you could damn near couldn't find no porn nowhere. These little niggas can just log online and see whatever. Like,
see whatever you
want. When I was growing up, you couldn't just, I feel old saying this shit. You couldn't just get online and see a nigga get his head blew off.
No, for sure.
So now that they can see that shit, they don't give a fuck twice about doing it. Like, nigga, I just saw that shit. Like, I don't give a fuck about blow your brains out, nigga. Shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? So I blame social media for that part for these young niggas. So you just gotta, like, you gotta just move swiftly and just, you know what I'm saying, and at least try to put them in the mindset like social media life ain't real life. And once they figure that part out, like, that's like you see Quavo, he just bought 4 new Lambos. It make you feel like you doing something wrong. Like, nigga,
for real,
I gotta get my money up. This nigga just bought 4 new Lambos. I can't even go get the latest J's. What the fuck am I doing wrong? But like I said before, you couldn't see that. You couldn't see inside Jay-Z house. Now you can. So it make you feel like you're doing something wrong, So,
yeah. The pre-programming, it is like, because at the end of the day, people are just showing their highlights for the most part, So you really got to detach yourself from that shit and know that it's real life happening out here,
For real.
And I hope the youth understands that, because it is getting scary out here. The shit you can see online and just what's happening, in the communities, like this show, this first season is dedicated to my nephew, to suicide prevention. That shit is very prevalent in the youth these days. There was a statistic where they're saying that they're kids are killing themselves more these days than people are dying in car accidents, which is crazy. And it's like, because they're so, you get that algorithm hits you, you in a bad place, and you looking at all these sad videos, that's all you're gonna see. As soon as you click on it a couple times, they just keep feeding it to you and feeding it to you. And like you said, it's too accessible right now. Mm-hmm. So, hats off to you for, trying to do something about it rather than talking about it, actually
100%.
hitting the streets and talking to them and trying to motivate kids. That's what's up, for real.
Respect.
For real. So, I want to go into, you brought something up earlier that I didn't know about you. So you said you went on a baseball scholarship. So talk to me about that. Like, how'd you start playing baseball? I played baseball too. I didn't start till I was in high school though. I played second base. Played varsity for 3 years, and that was my baseball career. It was fun, but so tell me how you got
that
to start baseball.
That was my childhood dream. So anytime somebody wanted to ask me, like, what you want to be when you grow up, I'm saying a baseball player. And everybody would look at me like, black people don't play baseball, But that was something that I started when I was real young, probably 6, 7. Travel baseball. I played for the Southfield Padres, where we used to travel the whole USA, playing baseball, Little League, World Series on TV. Got to high school. I was the only freshman on varsity. And, it was that was like my coping mechanism with life. If I was mad at something, I would just take it out on that ball. Like I said, I was one of them people who was real shy and quiet in school. So somebody fuck with me that day, they like, we know he about to have a good game today, so let's fuck with him. I was one of them people. Yeah. And like I said, once I got to college, them dreams just got shattered. You know what I'm saying? You think you the best until you get into another pool with bigger people. Yeah. And that's kind of how I look at life too, of being able to stand out, being able to still be you in a cesspool of a lot of people. You in high school, it's 1,000 kids. How do you stand out in them 1,000? You know what I'm saying? And then you get to college, it's 20,000 kids. All right, how's the whole campus gonna know me? I'm in a bigger pool. And then you got the real world where you got billions of people. How am I going to stand out of these billions of people? What's gonna make these 200,000 people look at me? So, and I think that was a part too that made me learn how to brand myself, and especially what I tell artists too on how to brand themselves too. A lot of artists be like, they get devastated that they in this bigger pool, but they not getting the clicks and the likes and the views, when you can really be rich off a 200, 300 person fan base. Yeah, people drop a video and get 200, 300 views, they devastated. Spend this much money on an outfit, pay the videographer for this. But hey, if you got 200, 300 core fans, you rich. Yeah, that's for real. Fucking flat out. Every time you put a post up, 300 comments, 300 likes. Every time you drop a video, you're only getting 300 likes. That's 300 views. That's 300 real people. But then look on the money side. Let's say you drop merch, $50 a shirt, 300 times 50. Every time you do a show, you know that core 300 coming. Exactly. You're making good money.
Yeah, it's really about how how you maneuver in that situation. Because that, I'm the same way. Like, I'm not a huge artist by any means, but I got a few hundred people know who I am, support me, listen to my shit, give me my streams, buy merch and do things like that. So you are definitely right. You can survive out here in the game if you can just get your core fans to really buy into what you're doing and just maneuver right and use your resources.
Make them believe you. That's it.
Use your resources, man. That shit is important. Use your resources. So on artists, who'd you say is your favorite artist right now?
I just went to his concert on Friday. It's about to sound wild because he makes some real depressing music. But he got me through a lot of shit. It's Rod Wave.
Rod Wave? Okay. Yeah. A lot of people are on the Rod Wave vibe. Don't kill me. I haven't got on the vibe yet. I just need to listen to homie more.
Which, you haven't listened to a Rod Wave song?
I've heard Rod Wave songs. I haven't invested myself. Like, I listen to music all day. So what
do you listen to?
So I listen to everything, honestly. Like, you probably think I was a psycho if I turned my shit on shuffle. You might get country, you might get heavy metal, you might get some rap, you might get some pop music. It could go from 50 Cent to Ed Sheeran to fucking Marilyn Manson. So it's really all over the place, but it just depends on the mood and the day. So I listen to so much music. You know, it's hard to just dive deep into.
I wouldn't care
artist.
what time it is, what day it is. Rod Wave is playing.
What?
Yeah,
Okay.
his albums, his songs, they got me through a lot. I went to his concert, and I'm never a person. I've never been to a concert that I haven't DJ'd.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm used to being on the other side, backstage or on the stage. But when I seen his tickets go live, this is probably like the first tickets I bought probably since college, where it's like, I gotta go. I gotta be at this show.
Word.
I even hit the label reps like, man, what's up on the tickets? What's like, he coming here. Like, I'm like a fan of him. So, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it was, that's my top.
Hell yeah. Was the concert fire? Is he dope live?
I'm happy my voice is back now. Like, that was Friday. Like, I was like, fucking singing. My man's was next to me. He kept looking at me. I'm like, what you looking at? I'm like, I ain't never really seen you like this before. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just looking like, nigga, just, let me be me.
Yeah, you just
let me
vibing.
be me. For the next 2 hours, just let me be me. Let me do me.
I feel you. Those concerts are crazy when you like your favorite artist. Like, I just went and saw 50 Cent when he was here at Pine Knob.
Mm-hmm.
It's been one of my favorite rappers since I was a kid. And just hearing them do all the bangers for an hour, 2 hours straight, bro, that shit is.
But I've never been able to enjoy a concert because I've always been on the other side.
I feel you.
I think I'm at that point in my life right now where I want to see the other side of a fan or of a somebody who just coming to see the show. So everything I've been doing lately, I've been trying to see the other side because I've always been on the back end of it, of production or this and stalling because the artist had to piss or just some bullshit. So but now to see the other side of it's like a whole different world, you know what I'm saying? And that goes too with like the Detroit hype, because it's really like three different sides. You got this side that's all hyped up, you got the middle people, and you got this side where they're like real like creatives. They're like real creatives, you know what I'm saying? But the creative side usually don't know how to get the money. And then this side, they hyped up, got the money, but they don't got no creativity. Yeah. Then you got people who sit right in the middle, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to sit right in the middle now because I understand what the hype side brings to your life. And because once you get on that side, it costs to stay there. And it costs. A lot of people be like, I want to get inside that circle. And then they get inside that circle, and then they see what that circle is about. I want to get out the circle. But no, you in a circle now. The circle gonna gravitate and keep pulling you in. So you got to figure a way out, But you really should never want to be inside that circle anyway, because that circle ain't about shit. It's hyped up.
Yeah. It's all about creativity with me too, man. It's the art is something, I'm sure that you love. It's something that I love. You wouldn't do it if it wasn't the fact. So I feel you where I'm not all about the hype either. I'm all about the creativity behind it, just making good music, meeting good people, and just catching good vibes. That's really what it's all about for me too.
My girlfriend now, her name is Charity. So she's a true life creative. So me and her go back and forth because what it take me 5 minutes, it take her 2 days. I may wake up and need a design. I'm hit my graphic dude, boom, boom. I'm on Canva, boom, boom, done. It's out, it's posted. She take 2 days. Got to realign it. Got to do this. Got to put the backdrop. I'm like, it's been done. But now I understand the difference between a creative and somebody who just want to go. So, yeah,
for sure. So back on the concert team. So being on the other side. What is the biggest show you've done? And if it's different, what's your favorite show you've done?
Like I haven't did concerts probably in a year, but every concert that came to Michigan, I probably did.
Okay.
So from my most favorite was the latest one. That was the Lil Wayne show at the Fillmore. I had to do an hour set. And it was just me, then Wayne.
Okay,
so I had to do a full hour set. And I thought that they was going to have me off to the side. Usually people play the DJ like a hoe. Put them off to the side. But no, they put me center stage, table, name on the thing. Probably my most favorite show. But I got to say biggest shows, I done probably did over like 400 concerts. Like
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of every summer jam from the station.
Yes.
Every big show at Shane Park, every big show at the Fox, out there by Oakland University, the Wildin' Out show, the Lil Baby show, it's just been like, and I don't even want to sound cocky when I say that, it's just been like so many.
Yeah,
that
no,
it's
you've been
just
out
like-
here, man. You've been out here doing it for a minute. This,
But
this
I
what
feel
this
like
show
I get
about,
booked
you know?
for them, not because I can rock the crowd, but because whoever the promoter is or whatever, I know what I'm doing. Cause certain shit like that, it ain't really just about just DJing. That's the boring part.
Yeah.
It's just about being on point. DJing is more about being on point. It's like on cue. It's like when you gotta cut them cameras on cue. You know.
Yeah.
So.
I feel it. That's what's up. Did you get to meet Wayne at that show?
I don't remember. I was blowed. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember. Weed for me is like different. You know how you can like smoke weed and just be like,
Yeah.
weed for me is like damn near like a shroom. Like I'm like out of there. Don't talk to me. I damn near probably can't talk to you. I'm just too fucking high. And every time I walk into a dispensary, and I really be wanting to ask them like, hey, give me your lowest grade of weed. I just need some shit to smoke on. It ain't about to, oh, DJBJ, we about to give you the fucking crit to crack the kill light that's gonna put you on your. I don't want that. I just really just want some fucking. Just give me a little buzz so I can go to sleep real quick.
No,
You know what
I
I mean?
feel you. I feel you. It's but you know what's cool about it now is you can do that. You know, you can come in there like, you know, I want you got something a little lower THC, higher CBD. You know, learning about what terpenes do to you and you know how they react with your body. Because a lot of people don't understand that terpenes are actually what's giving you the effect. You know, the THC affects the high slightly, but really the high and the feeling you get is from the terpenes.
Well, shit, you put me together then. Like,
Yeah, I got you.
Let's be like a kid walking into a candy store. Like, it's all these fucking candies. Which one you gonna get? And my daughter be in there like this. That's how I be when I go in the dispensary. Like,
Yeah.
nigga, just pull out 4. We got 66 of them back here. Oh, nigga, don't even give me the whole view.
See, that's what it is. But that's why, you know, at Live, like, you know, to talk about us a little bit, we do it a little different. We teach our guest advisors to have that conversation with you in a efficient way to assess your needs. And then we don't got to pull out, you know, I don't have to show you all 60 of what's behind me. I can ask you 2 to 3 questions and know exactly what you need and get something that's going to be tailored towards what type of high or what kind of experience you
So
want.
if I walked in there, hey, I want the lowest fucking grade of weed. What they call that shit? An AFI?
Yeah, A for like a 3.5. So
that's,
yeah,
that's lowest. That's a little bit, ain't it?
that a 3.5. Well, it depends on the smoker. 3.5, like for me, it's probably 2 woods, if that. But other people, they might smoke a 3.5. Like my roommate can get a 3.5. He had that bitch for a week. I don't know how.
I gotta get myself in the mind of lingo weed because you know it's in all the raps and
Yeah.
I
So
just
really,
put a 3.5 in the whole blunt. And I'd be
yeah,
like,
it's
man, I don't know what the fuck
just
you're talking about.
just 3.5 grams. That's basically, so you got your eighth 3.5 grams, your quarter 7 grams, the half ounce is 14 grams, the ounce is 28 grams.
Why you working this? You might as well sell drugs. You know all that.
I do for a living, legally though, legally. Shout out Live Cannabis Common Citizen. We out here legal trapping, my baby. That's what we do. It's kind of crazy too. We just had Mike Morse on here. He was talking about he's got a dude out of prison who was like wrongfully convicted back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just crazy to think how many people are actually incarcerated for what I do for a living.
Weed.
Yeah, like it's crazy. There's people in the South doing life for some weed,
Mm-hmm.
and we just selling that shit
Freely. That's how you know the world changing.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. But yeah, man, come. We gotta get you out to Live, man. I got some shit for you. I got some shit here for you too. So we gonna get you together.
It's a bunch of locations. I ride past them all the time.
Yeah, man, we all over. We all
I just
over.
be like, I'm scared to stop.
It is. It can be overwhelming. Like I said, though, we make that experience real smooth for you. So,
Respect.
man, I really appreciate you coming to rock with me. You dropped a lot of gems for us. Anybody you want to shout out? Anything you want to say before we get out of here?
I want to give a shout out to my daughter, future billionaire, Patsy. What's up? I want to give a shout out to Pizza Cat and the entire staff for just rocking with us. I know we a black-owned business, and we fighting for ours. And a Bugatti wasn't built overnight, you know. So I know that this is a long game. And I want to give a shout out to the city, Detroit. Thank you for always having my back. And I want to give a shout out to everybody who ever underestimated me. If I failed with you, I hope you learn from it. But if I won with you, I hope you learn from that too.
Hell yeah, man. Shout out DJBJ, man. This was the Loft 313. I appreciate y'all rocking with us, and we out. That's a wrap.
Late night dreaming of my ways. Late night dreaming of a way to hold me. Late night, baby, no, I know you miss the taste of me. Ain't no replacing me. The one that got away. The one that made you say, my baby, let's run it back tonight. Let's ride the wave, let's just relax in the moonlight. I don't know why you gotta be so far away. Why can't you stay with me, my babe, so I don't have to dream in the late night, late night, late night. No, it's not good enough without you next to me. Whenever I close my eyes, I see you right on top of me. My curiosity's gon' get the best of me. Ooh, if I don't feel you, the real you, all over me. If this is all that I can get, I don't ever wanna wake up. My eyes, they stay shut, so please don't wake me up. I said no, please don't wake me up. I don't know why you gotta be so far away. Why can't you stay, so I don't have to dream in the late night dreaming of my way. Late night dreaming of a way to hold me. Late night, baby, no, I know you miss a taste of me. Ain't no replacing me. The one that got away. The one that made you say, my baby, let's run it back. Oh, my baby, let's run it back. I don't know why you gotta be so far away from me. Why can't you stay right here with me, so I don't have to dream in the late night, late night, late night. I don't know why you gotta be so far away. Why can't you stay? Baby, you're so far away. Maybe it's too late. Why you gotta be so